Welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Neff.
I'm Edward Lewis.
Edward, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Edward is filling in for Charlie Cotton, who's in Australia, but we don't care about Charlie Cotton.
Wow.
What we care about
Sometimes.
is Justin Baldoni leaving a 2 a.m. voice note to Blake Lively. We have the audio, and wow, I have a lot of thoughts on this. Yes. Then we'll be getting into Megan Fox and MGK. Megan is due in just a couple months. She's due in March. And we are told that their relationship is pretty much non-existent, and it is very icy. We'll tell you about that. And lastly, 50 Cent is being sued by a man claiming he was hit with an SUV door. And he claims that 50 Cent told somebody in his car to hit this man as he was driving by with his scooter. So starting off first with Justin Baldoni. Obviously, it's been an all-out war between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively over the movie It Ends With Us. Who was inappropriate? Who was not? Well, Justin is following through on his vow to release all his communications with Blake Lively. He's been adamant that he never did anything wrong. There was no sexual harassment, which she had alleged. And he had basically said that she totally took over the movie that he was directing and co-starring in with her. Well, now we've obtained a voice note, which was recorded shortly after. Remember, there was this infamous meeting where Blake Lively had rewrote a part of the script that was a very pivotal scene in the movie. She gave it to Justin. She felt Justin wasn't very enthused by her rewrite. Then Justin claims he was bullied and confronted by Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds, that they were basically sticking up for Blake Lively on her behalf. She later, in a text message, called them her dragons. Well, then shortly after, this audio was sent from Justin to Blake.
Hey, Blake. It is 2 a.m. Hopefully this does not wake you up. Whew. Wow. There's so much I want to say to you, and I hope that we can FaceTime or see each other in person soon and get to talk more. But I'm just going to send you a few thoughts, and hopefully it's not going to be more than a few minutes. But I don't have the best track record. I don't think either one of us have the best track record for our voice memos. I want to start with an apology. Man, reading the second part of your message, my heart sank, and I'm really sorry.
Yeah. I will say, like, this is coming from his side, right? I don't know that I would release this. I think so Blake Lively has been saying this whole time that he was creepy and she was creeped out by him. Remember, we got that 10-minute video of them doing a scene and she kept saying, let's just talk. And he's like, no, we should be kissing, all this stuff. And she had said that from that clip, you could tell she was uncomfortable. I can now see why she was uncomfortable. I felt like this voice note was inappropriate. I feel like if a coworker, like if Derek sent this voice note to me, I would be like, wow, what a creep.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point he's like, oh, you probably got a child on your boob.
Yeah.
And then he says things like, oh, I get all of you. And he says it like so deeply.
And there's a portion about we are the secret sauce to this
Yeah.
whole thing.
He's like, I can't wait to mix juices, creative juices. And he's like, oh, that might sound weird. And it's like, oh.
And not just that, the timing of it. This is reportedly sent at 2 a.m.? Is that what we're saying? Yeah, 2 a.m. Voice note. It's bizarre. It's like you've been up all night thinking about me, and instead of just like waiting till the morning, you're gonna just ramble off this diatribe of like what we are and.
Yeah, I mean, it's like what, like 7-minute long, like apology,
and
whatever
he's
he's
this like
saying.
weird whispery, like
like low
sultry,
voice.
like hey baby kind of voice. You know what I mean? You don't say that, but like it is. I will say though that this perhaps might be calculated on his end to show that whatever I release is the entirety of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
he has nothing to hide.
I have nothing to hide. And yes, this might come across as creepy. But look, this is the entirety of what I have. So I think that's perhaps his angle here. I personally wouldn't have done it though.
Yeah.
I don't think this helps him one bit.
I didn't think either. However, I did talk to just like friends about the voice note, and somebody had a point where it was like, no, this shows that Justin was walking on like, eggshells around her because
Sure.
in the, the audio, he's like profusely being like, I'm sorry you had to deal with past issues and other productions. Like, and it does seem like he is tiptoeing. Remember, his
Agreed.
whole thing was that she totally took over production and, made the script hers. And he felt like at the end of the day, it wasn't even his movie, even though it was his production company. He was
Right.
directing like all these things and he was kind of pushed out. Even he claims, the premiere of the movie, he was taken down to some basement. There's like a photo of him down there with his family while she came out and they were never like crossing paths. So I thought that was kind of an interesting way to look at it. And maybe that is, that was their intention.
I think
that
that's
he's
helpful.
like so careful.
Right.
But at the same time, if he's so careful, why is he saying things like, oh, you probably got a baby on your boob?
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
I get all of Blake Lively. Like,
And I also think again, this like him releasing all of this shows that this might be just his nature. You know what I mean? Like he might just be a weird guy. Like,
which was part of Blake Lively's whole lawsuit is that he had issues with several people on
just
set for
weirdo.
being
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, you're gonna send texts at 2 a.m. and he even says there like I'm not like I think he openly admits that he's kind of like a weird guy and doesn't necessarily behave under normal society behaviors. And again, I think that's probably part of his camp's I guess ploy here by releasing this to the public is that look, yes, maybe he was weird and awkward, but that's just who he is. He's weird and awkward. He's not sexually harassing her or whatever. So again, I don't feel that way. I think this hurts him. I didn't think this was good. Leaned more towards Baldoni in this whole fight yesterday. Today, I'm leaning more towards Blake. I still don't necessarily think anything crosses the line here that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I don't think
but I can
necessarily
see at least now that Blake has a claim
of him being creepy.
Yeah, like
for sure.
Whether it was warranted a lawsuit and all this drama, I still don't get that vibe. But this is a little inappropriate.
Yeah,
if you text me at 2 a.m. and like hey, Edward, what do you do? It'd be weird.
Edward, you wish.
No.
I will say, I know everyone keeps harping on the 2 a.m. thing. I don't find that part weird.
Well, that's true.
I get
are weird and have weird schedules.
Yeah, that's it. Because when you're a producer, you're working
those are
until
your hours,
super
right?
late. Yeah, exactly. Those are your times to communicate to people.
Right.
So I think knowing that information, I don't feel like the 2 a.m. thing is weird. Look, if it's like you're a regular person, like you and I, or like I mentioned, Derek, I keep bringing him. I don't know why. Sorry, Derek.
It's a Derek.
But like if Derek sent me a 2 a.m. text anything, I would think that was weird. But under like entertainment schedules, I think that is normal.
Yeah.
But look, little creepy.
The story
and
isn't going anywhere.
No, it's not.
I have a feeling we're going to be getting like
a lot more of
Yeah,
these.
yeah.
Moving on to Megan Fox and MGK. I actually broke the story this morning.
Hell yes.
This is mine.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
So remember I told you guys that, Megan and MGK, they had a falling out. During Thanksgiving, I was told that they were on a trip together in Colorado, and basically Megan saw content on MGK's phone that I was told was relationship ending. And here's the thing, MGK and Megan, they had a toxic relationship. They broke up, got back together, broke up, got back. When you're in that habit, it's so easy to take the person back because you already that's your relationship. However, I was told that people around her, like in her inner circle, were like, please to God, don't get back with this guy. Like, this is so bad. Like, this would end any relationship. And keep in mind, she is pregnant. She's due in March with their baby. You would hope that maybe they would be on civilized terms, maybe not so much like, oh, I'm going to get back with you, but at least like cordial terms.
Show up at the birth,
Right. Well, I'm told things are absolutely not amicable between them. In fact, they're not even communicating at all. And the positive note in this is that people around her are like, thank God she appears to be done with him. Because I was told again, they felt he was in the wrong in this whole breakup. and that she always is like giving her heart, like her full heart, and feels like people feel like it was a very unstable relationship, mostly because of his doing.
Okay.
So, they're not speaking. She is giving birth soon. Kind of raises questions like, what is it going to be like in the delivery room? What is that going to be like? Is she going to allow him in there?
Doesn't sound like it.
It doesn't sound good. And you never want to like bring a kid into the world like coming on this kind of like situation.
Sure. I will say that she has the financial means to take care of this on her own.
Yeah, for sure.
So I
you
think
want the support, right?
I will also say that this whole situation like proves to me that I don't think monogamy is a thing, man.
In Hollywood or like in general? Are you trying to throw something out there, Edward?
Not Hollywood. I think it's.
Don't you have a girlfriend though? Have you told her this?
I don't have. I'm.
Uh-oh.
Hang on. If you are two wildly attractive people, I believe I've made this statement on this podcast before. Monogamy is damn near impossible.
So you need to be ugly.
And then when you throw into it millions of dollars in bank accounts and celebrity status and all of the options available to you, particularly MGK himself, like he is like and obviously Megan Fox, but MGK like is known for being a playboy. This is how he basically got Megan Fox this way, right? Like I'm a rocker, I'm a rock star.
Yeah, his bad boy like
bad boy, and she's like super attracted to it. You know what I mean? So, anyways. This couple was like, when they first got together, was like the pinnacle of people's like relationship goals. Like they were drinking each other's blood. Like
wait, this is the pinnacle for you? Drinking each other's blood?
Like to be that into each other.
Where
they were like literally like sharing blood, and remember like they
like
were
an
all
Angelina Jolie, Billy Bob Thornton.
It was
thing.
like, but not like I hope this is coming across well. They were like so in love that they like couldn't be more in love
Twin
that
flame.
they had to like steal each other's souls. You know what I mean? And
the souls that they might not have.
And now here we are 3 years later, 4 years later, and we are here. And it's just I just to be successful in Hollywood and to be so attractive as these two are, and to have some sort of semblance of monogamy is insane. So it just proves that.
So you understand why MGK would potentially stray away from Megan Fox.
And to be honest, her too. You know what I mean? Like she has, I'm sure, a billion options too, you know?
Yeah, but women are faithful. So
sure.
Usually.
I don't know. It's hard to find love if that doesn't work, if this couple didn't work.
So do you see them getting back together, or you think this is it?
I'm sure. At least in some way, like in an amicable way.
Oh, okay.
Like you said, you
have a positive outlook.
You don't get that toxic and that in love, and like I said, stealing each other's blood,
and then never talk ever again.
Oh, well, see you later. And then now you have a child that bonds them. I'm sure we'll be seeing them together at some point, but as of now, it doesn't sound good.
Yeah. Moving on to our final story. So 50 Cent is being sued by a man, claiming that 50 allegedly directed his entourage to hit this photographer with a car door, knocking him from his electric scooter and injuring him in the process. So this man suing is Guadalupe de los Santos, who claims that 50 used an SUV to assault him. We obtained the documents, and he claims that back in September 11th, he went to 50 Cent's book signing at the Grove in Los Angeles, and he was there to shoot some video of 50. He says that after the event was over, he was riding his scooter down a nearby street, recording footage when 50 Cent's SUV pulled up next to him at a red light. The car's front passenger door, he claims, suddenly and forcefully swung open, smacking him in his left side and knocking him off his scooter. And the guy says he hit the pavement, suffered bodily injuries, and the scooter was so badly damaged, it's now inoperable. And he claims there was no reason for the door to open other than to hit him. And he claims 50 ordered someone in the SUV to hit the photog with the door. Unclear how he would know that. But he says his medical bills are piling up and his injuries are causing him to miss work and losing out on earnings. By the way, 50 Cent, says, not true, obviously, but he did go on social media, which is where 50 Cent shines. And he posted an old photo of Gloria Allred saying, "The moment I realize I don't like lawyers, Gloria, you should know better. Chase a different ambulance."
Yeah, I agree with 50 here based on these initial statements and initial allegations. There is no, as far as I know, claim that 50 did the door opening.
Well, he's claiming that 50 told this guy, open the door, smack them. But how would he know
that's
that?
What I'm saying. There's no allegation that he did the door opening or was driving. So like come on.
Right, like I guess like as a photog you would know like what car 50 Cent is in.
Yeah.
But also like how do you know?
Well, I mean,
there's so many black SUVs.
I do get the vibe that 50 is going to admit that he was in the car.
Okay.
But I don't think that he's going to admit to either directing this to happen or even he's not physically driving it. I just don't see how he would be any sort of liable for this without some sort of damning audio that 50 was like, pull over and hit him right now, and that clearly doesn't exist. So I'm siding early on with 50 Cent here. I don't see how you can make him pay up for this when maybe it did happen.
I mean, unless he has, like he did say he was filming at some time, like maybe he has footage where you hear 50 be like,
hit him,
spot that guy. Yeah, totally.
But even that too, would that make him liable? If I tell you to slap our producer, like, am I liable? You know what I mean?
Slap.
I think this is a bit of a reach here. I'm actually surprised. Gloria Allred's a very good attorney, and this seems like a case that you maybe. I don't know. I think 50 has a point. Go chase into the different ambulance. That doesn't seem...
I mean, I'm not trying to shame this photog here, but like I will say, driving with scooters or like even riding a bicycle in LA is super dangerous.
Walking
or motorcycle. Walking in LA. Yeah. I mean, it's not one of those cities where like those are people don't care.
Perhaps that would be 50's argument too. This is a dangerous. You're doing dangerous things anyways.
Yeah, especially where the Grove is, very packed. People are honking at each other. They're trying to get parking.
Road rage,
And then when was this too? Wasn't this during like the holiday time? September 11th. Okay. I mean, summer still here in LA. A lot of people out and about. Right. Totally. Well, Edward, thank you for joining us today.
Anytime.
You tired today?
I'm a little under the weather.
Oh, no,
yeah,
Ed?
A little sore throat-ish, But
I mean, the air quality is still really bad out
it also
here
didn't
because
help
of the fires.
The beers on Sunday for the game, I'm sure it didn't help. But
like, how do we go from having fires and then rain and then hail? There was hail. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we had it over here at the beach, but like, there was like hail. Like, what is happening? God hates us.
Whoa.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you tomorrow.